back again for round two. Joe, I want to ask you, mate, are you a simp if you sign up for OnlyFans and subscribe to the OnlyFans people?
Right.
You tell me there was like a thing like premium Snapchats, like models with premium Snapchats, like private things?
They post stuff like them naked.
Yeah, that's basically what an OnlyFans is. They took over that sort of thing. But do you think you'd be a simp if you follow one of those?
Bro, I'll be honest with you, 2 girls that I know now, when I used to work at Kmart,
Yeah.
and they started OnlyFans accounts, and I wanted to see, like, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you always go, fuck, I wonder what cheap look like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, bro, you pay $3 for a month, and you can see what they look like. That's how low and degraded these girls have made themselves.
$3 for a month.
I don't know, man. It's like, well, it's basically like watching porn, bro. It's there. But do you think you're a simp if you watch porn? Or?
You're still idolizing a person you're never going to see or touch.
Yeah.
Rather than like spend the time to make an actual connection. You actually easily find someone to make a connection with them rather than idolizing over a person. The same with celebrities, like it's pointing out a celebrity crush to like say, yeah, someone's hot and they're not hot.
Alright, well, who's your celebrity crush?
It was like Anna Kendrick for a bit, I don't know why.
So Anna Kendrick put up OnlyFans. She said $3 per month, and you can see my titties. What would you do there?
I'll go into like
Very.
Google search and just search Anna Kendrick OnlyFans and people will just leave all the shit anyway, because it's the internet.
Doesn't work like that.
It does. Like, everything gets leaked anyway. Why don't you sign up for it?
Don't you think we've like failed as a society now that girls think it's normal? They're saying that it's not like a prostitute, but it is. It's like a virtual being a whore.
Yeah, it's become normalised, like that's a normal job.
Yeah. Why is it normal?
Because people are trying to get empowerment in their sexuality and all this sort of stuff.
But in reality, they're just gangers, eh?
What's a ganger, Joe?
I hope.
They're just craving attention, but like it's in a virtual world. Everyone's anonymous. When you go to a nightclub, girls get hit on, they don't like it.
Yeah.
They go on Instagram or OnlyFans, they get some 56-year-old creepy guy, virgin. She loves it because she can't see him, doesn't know him. There's someone messaging her or commenting on a photo.
But if someone jacked up in front of her, she'd go fucking.
Well, that's just weird. That's just weird, Joe. If she walked on the street and someone said, "Oh, nice ass," she'd go like a creep and go, "Oh my god, I can't believe you said that." Because you're anonymous on the internet. If a creepy guy had like a different profile and you didn't know who he was, and he said, "Oh, nice ass," do you want like Instagram photo or something? She'd be like, "Oh, thanks, I've been working out at the gym." Because it's anonymous, you don't know like who it is. You don't care as much. You don't care who says it, as long as someone says it nice to you.
But why is it that these days, like why is there more and more gangers these days, like who's?
Because it's just easier to do that. It's easier just take a picture of your ass when you're with your friends on the beach.
Do you think that there's because there's more or less manly men?
Possibly, yeah. You create more simps. There's an endless cycle. The more simps you have, the less like alphas there are for girls. And then the less alphas there are, the more girls are going to like use simps and then they create more simps.
Like back in the days, the community would shun you if you were a whore, you know what I mean? Like a prostitute and that.
You're a bad person because like you weren't monogamous.
But why is sex and all this shit being so normalized these days? Like even though I know you're not religious in that, bro, didn't your parents used to tell you that sex is like meant to be special and that? Oh, that like sex should be like, don't root anything you see in that?
No, I don't think, you never really had that conversation. I was quite mature when I was younger, I wasn't like doing, I was like going off and having fun and doing crazy stuff, getting drunk. Well, my mum trusted me, so she didn't really have to teach me anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so OnlyFans, you get a subscription. How much money do you think people make?
Well, bro, like I said, that girl that was working at came up with me. All of a sudden, man, she's like rocking designer clothes, designer bags and shit like that. She didn't have that stuff like a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago. She hasn't had it for a very long time.
Yeah, obviously, she got some sort of income because
And it's probably not, I don't think it's taxable either, bro.
like, a lot of people would have to pay tax on it. I think that's put the ABN and things like that because of the business, technically. I do reckon a lot of these people, if they don't know about it, will get taxed by the government. They come like 5 years' time, it's like, oh, hold it, this guy, or this girl, she was on OnlyFans, earned like 10 million, spent it all, and then it's left with like a $3 million tax bill, and she can't pay it because she spent it all.
Yeah, but don't they take taxes every week like they do with us, or?
No, because you've got an ABN, you do your own taxes.
Oh.
You collect the gross amount. Imagine all these girls that get like Instagram famous, they're like influencers, and they sell products and things like this, and they get paid like heaps of money. They do the same thing again. If no one's paying tax now, and then they find out they have to pay tax in like 10,
They're
5
never
years'
gonna
time.
find out, bro.
They will though.
Bro, it's like us doing cashies on the side, bro.
But it's not because they're famous. They get like millions.
So what would you spend your money on if you had everything?
Well, I don't have any plans, Joe. I don't have any people wanting my body. Say, for example, this YouTube channel, or whatever YouTube channel, Daniel Woodcock, blew up and it became super famous. What would I do with my money? Like, all these YouTube stars, they live in like fancy houses, they live in like Beverly Hills.
What would be the first thing you do? Do what you usually do and invest in stocks, or would you use this as like a...
Oh, it depends how much money it was.
Let's say it's about like $2,000 a month extra.
Yeah, I'll invest that. But then it'll take time off when I have to work, basically. I wouldn't have to work so much and then I'll have more time to do what I want. In the future, if I did want to like, do my own thing or like live in another country, I wouldn't have to worry about finding work. I could just like explore that country and enjoy life. That's my plan. That's like a financial independence goal for me, to have more time to do the things I like.
Right, because you're not interested in having kids in that.
Yeah, I'll have kids, but like, you can have kids, you don't have to spend all your money.
Don't you want to leave stuff for your kids so they can have better lives and their grandkids can have better lives?
No, I'll rather educate them instead of learning how to do it themselves. I've always said to become snobby kids who like expect everything. Daddy, where's my PlayStation?
Bro, I'd like to do something like a trust where they earn whatever they want and they can't like take the money out until they're married and they're like, you do all the hard yards to get a house and then boom, I'll give you 2 million, 5 million, whatever. So I think money corrupts people very easy, bro.
The person's already corrupt if money corrupts them. Money doesn't corrupt people, the person's already corrupt. They just never have money before. You can be a rich person and not be corrupt. But you can't be a poor person and be corrupt. There's nothing to be corrupt with.
Yeah, but I don't really get that, bro. It doesn't make much sense.
Well, it does, because you're saying rich people are corrupt.
Rich people that are born into money are usually like evil. Like, they don't understand what we
They don't value it, yeah.
They don't have to struggle or anything.
What's your plan for your future financially?
I just want to make money, bro.
That's my question. What would you make money for? What's the reason? What's your end goal?
Bro, I just want to be able to support my family, but a big family. I want to have like 6 kids, bro. I want like 5 boys and 1 girl. You know, like when you see some families and they've got like 7 kids, whatever, but they're like all like little shit kids and stuff. You know what I mean? I want to raise like good. I want to benefit society by like raising good kids and shit. Like having good family morals, and I at least want to die like owning a house, have a few nice cars, have money saved so I can travel and shit. I'm not like you, but anyway, you know, you like want to travel and shit all the time, bro. I'm happy.
I don't want to travel all the time. It's nice to travel now and again. I used to travel a lot. That's why I spent my money.
What would you do if you had an unexpected child on the way?
I think I'm ready for a kid. I'm like at that age, and maturity.
But you see how you're so, like, you're older now? Doesn't it scare you that, like, because you waited so long to have kids, like, you might not be alive when your son goes to have kids, like grandkids?
Why would that matter?
Then you want, like, the grandkids to chase you around, call you papa?
What do you call them, Granddad?
Nothing more.
So why would your kids call you Papa?
You're a pommy, bro. That's what they say.
What age would you have your first kid?
Bro, I always wanted to have one at 24. But, bro, seeing the way that the world is today, bro, I'm saying, like, 24, bro, is considered really young now. But then you see our workmate that's fucking had kids when he was 20.
Yeah, but like he's in a loving relationship. And
Yeah.
you never have a girlfriend, so that's a different thing. Well, how long were they together for? Oh, he had his first kid.
Bro, I was married for like 6 months or something.
You want to have your first kid at 24. How long would you want to be in a relationship before you have your first kid?
Yeah, but how long are you married for?
Say like next summer, you start dating and you're official. How long from then until you get married and have kids?
You just have to see how it goes, you know what I mean? Like,
You'd want to get married before you have kids, right?
you want to make sure like you have a stable at least. You don't want to be married and have kids and live in your mum's house still, bro.
I think Joey lives in his mom's house, yeah?
Fuck off, bro.
Your decision, mate. Don't be angry at me.
Yeah, but now I can save up more money than you. And I earn way less than you, bro. How much do you put away a week?
70% of my income. How much you put away a week? Like $300?
But at my age, you weren't doing that.
No, I was traveling the world, enjoying life. I was living at home, driving my sister's car.
Oh,
True story, folks.
At least you got something funny for the camera, bro. Oh, you gotta turn up the microphone recording.